are at the Tea Table, the show's classic discussion segment where we share our long-form thoughts on a specific subject, whether it's recent news or something in Nintendo's past or something about their games or whatever it may be. The Nintendo Switch's official announcement has given us a deluge of new topics to sing out about, so at this Tea Table, we are getting that train rolling out of Wii U Station with a look at what Wii U games will join Zelda and more as ports available on Nintendo Switch. And we'll also sort of look at what those ports might look like. You know, are they exactly the same as a Wii U game? Do they have altered control options? Will they be heavily revamped with content or visuals? That sort of thing. I think we should start off by saying that there will most certainly be plenty of original NX games in that system's lifespan, but we know that the system won't be backwards compatible, and Wii U had a ton of fantastic games that never got the chance to really thrive the way they would on a more successful console. Your ports do a great job padding out a console software lineup. Both the PS4 and Xbox One have a huge lineup of games that are just remastered ports of last-gen games. Ports are going to happen for Switch. If either of you two have any thoughts you want to include on ports or on how Nintendo might go about them, I'd love to hear them, and if not, we can just dive in.
This isn't about Wii U games specifically, but one thing that I'd really like to see, just kind of generally, is instead of just releasing your classic games on Virtual Console, release some of them on game cards, because, collectors would love that.
Yeah.
Collectors are already loving the fact that this thing has cartridges in the first place, and classic games on cartridges is just beautiful.
That is a great idea. Wow.
Yeah.
That deserves its own revisit sometime.
Since you say so, I will hold back all of my other gushing praise about this idea.
Okay, it's good. It's good. Hold on to him. So should we just jump in?
Yeah,
I'm ready to dive.
All right. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Port? No?
Nah.
I think maybe, just because if it's going to support Amiibo, they might want Amiibo-compatible games out the gate, but it also was very tepidly received, so who knows.
Just, make it free.
Yeah,
free to play.
Like we all thought it was when it was announced. As long as it's not difficult to port to NX, to Switch, why not?
Yeah, true. Bayonetta and/or Bayonetta 2? I think it's happening.
It's probably happening, but I don't know that they should rush it out necessarily. If that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Oh, please, yes. But I'm gonna guess probably not, just because of some of the two-screen ideas that are incorporated in some of the puzzles. I think they're more likely to develop a new Captain Toad with Nintendo Switch in mind than to port the old one.
That's what I'd rather see too.
Agreed. Devil's Third.
I have that on my list here as one of the games, but no, I don't think that will be seeing a Switch release.
Okay, yeah, agreed.
Make it online only, subscription based. Go.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I think that's getting ported.
If they port it, they should pack it in with returns and
that's a great
give
idea.
both games some love.
Yeah, a nice bundle pack would be great.
Because collections are one thing that I think Wii U was really lacking. Even with the great HD remasters it did get, collections would have been better. And collections are what the competition's doing too, so better keep up.
Yeah. I think we could very well see a Zelda collection. Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword.
I think we ought to. And throw in the 3DS games for good measure.
If they can, but yeah, I'd love to see that. Dr. Luigi. No.
Nah.
They'll make a new Dr. Mario game, I think.
Yeah.
Fatal Frame, Maiden of Black Water. No.
Nope.
No, probably not.
Nope. Game & Wario. No,
doubt
too
it.
Wii U heavy and not good enough. Just Dance Wii U. No. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
I don't really think it'll happen.
No.
Probably we'll see another game in that vein, though, because that wasn't exactly a wholly original idea anyway.
I think they might do... Well, yeah, because it's not a wholly original idea, I think they might just throw out Rainbow Curse and call it a day, because if they've got that IR pointer control to simulate touchscreen, that's pretty much all you need for that game. Just point at the screen and press A. So I can see that, and that'll give people a chance to appreciate the beautiful HD visuals and not have to look at a low-resolution touchscreen.
True.
I think it's possible. Throw it in the maybe. Breath of the Wild.
I don't know.
What do we think?
That is happening.
Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD. I think collection's possible. If not a collection, probably not happening.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'd love for them to leverage those as sort of like a franchise reawakening for Zelda, where they sort of
like do a sort of HD line.
Yeah, and sort of turn it into an actual like sustainable media franchise instead of this sort of disjointed thing that it's been over the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Lego City Undercover.
That'd be nice, but I don't think it's happening.
I don't think Lego really does the remasters thing.
Yeah.
So
underrated game though.
It's published by Nintendo, so that's the only reason it's here. I'm just on Wikipedia.
I see.
Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympics. Probably not.
Nah, they'll just keep pumping out new
It'll
ones.
be too late. Yep. Same for Sochi 2014. Mario Kart 8. What do we think? Do we think that? It is.
We
an
already
support,
saw
I
new
guess,
content for it, so it seems like a lock.
I guess the question then is, how much new content is there?
I'd guess 1 row of new characters. Hopefully battle mode. At least a couple new cups, probably a couple retro cups.
I think it'll be enough that they'll want to call this a new game.
I think I've said this before, but I think they'll just turn the 8 even more sideways and call it Mario Kart Infinity. And
and then they can release sustained
make it a
content.
service game.
Yeah. No,
I'd be down for
that's
that.
the best idea, I think.
Because it's not like they're going to have a giant overhaul of the way Mario Kart is
and
after
put
that
automatic
anyway.
drifting back in. No one knows how to do manual. I can't play Mario Kart 8 with anyone.
Yeah, might as well make that an option for tilt controls for sure.
Yeah. Mario Party 10? Probably not.
Nah. Again, that's
Mario
another
Party,
one
I'm
where I
guessing?
think they'll just keep pumping out new ones, and
and they'll probably want to make it for
with
Switch too.
Switch specifically in mind.
Yeah. Mario vs. DK Tipping Stars. Nope.
Agreed.
Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. Maybe because of Amiibo.
Maybe.
If anything, I think they should gear that franchise more towards mobile than Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
I'll agree with that. But
agree.
no reason to cross-port it. Or no reason not to cross-port it, rather.
There's a bunch of NES remix games. Maybe a collection?
Yeah, maybe.
I think they'll do a definitive NES remix, actually, on Switch and get it away from the Wii U and 3DS divide and being divided into multiple games. Like, they'll probably do a definitive one. New Super Luigi U and New Super Mario Bros. U.
I don't think those need to be remastered anytime soon.
No. I don't think they need to be remastered, but I could see them bringing them to NX so that they have a 2D Mario game and don't need to make one.
I think they should make one and not spoil the brand with more New Super Mario Brothers games. But that's just me.
No, I agree with that. I guess I'm sort of wondering how lazy they'll be about it, I guess.
Sure.
But, I mean, we're also just going through the whole catalog. Nintendo Land. Maybe a Switch
I'd love
edition?
to see some kind of sequel because the competitive games are great and the co-op games are pretty fun too.
Paper Mario Color Splash. I think yes, probably.
I'm kind of mixed on that. I'm not really sure.
I don't know. It's so late in the Wii U's life. I can't imagine that they got anywhere near the sales that game, whether you like it or not, can
I feel
reach.
like they'd be better off leveraging that team and other teams that would work on it for other projects.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, I can't imagine porting is that hard.
But I see lots of people gushing about the game on social media, so who knows? Maybe they'll want to keep it alive.
Yeah. Pikmin 3. If they port this, they'd have to do a lot of work on the controls.
Yeah.
They're making a Pikmin 4, so I don't think they'd need to do that very quickly.
That's probably about right. Maybe in a couple years, but if they just plop on the 4 controls, but probably not. Pushmo World.
Probably a Pushmo
Probably
sequel.
make a new Pushmo.
Yeah.
Sing Party they will not do, I promise. Splatoon, what do we think that is? Splatoon with new content? And how much new content? Or a new game?
We saw that there are new hairstyle options for Squids, so seems like they'll at least be changing customization options. My wife thinks that some of the weapons are new also, so new weapons. And I didn't recognize the stage, and she thought it was a certain stage, but then backtracked on that, so I don't even know if that stage is one from the old game.
I thought it was Urchin Underpass, but
that's
I don't know.
what she thought, but she gave it a second look and didn't think so.
I wonder if they've changed visuals a little bit though too.
That's also possible. Yeah.
I kind of imagine that they've been iterating on the content in the same way that they always were with Splatoon, but that they're just they just put a cork in the bottle, and then when Nintendo Switch comes out, they're going to put them all in one sort of front-loaded package.
Sure. Whatever they do, I hope they add more single-player content. Hope they keep the Splatfest going for at least a few years.
For sure.
Let you keep the tease, but that's not going to happen. And keep releasing new content. in the drip feed fashion they did before, but start us off with all the stuff we already had. Oh, and transfer over your saves.
Star Fox Guard and Star Fox Zero. No.
No way.
Nope. Mario 3D World. Probably not.
No.
Super Mario Maker. I say yes.
So I lean towards no on this one. This is one of the 4 games that we heard was in development for NX, Switch now. But we also heard that they weren't sure if it was going to make it because A, Nintendo wasn't sure how they were going to sort of convert their online community from Wii U to Nintendo Switch, and then B, they weren't sure if they could make it control correctly. And we know that touch controls aren't going to be the focus of Switch, but that there'll be some sort of options there. But I kind of feel like this one is going to be one of the ones that doesn't make it.
Mario Maker can make the Switch, dude.
Maybe.
I think it can. If they've got the IR pointer for the touch controls and you can... Like, that game is so good.
It could be done, but controls was, according to the reports from Emily Rogers... they were iffy on the controls, and I could see why. I mean, I think it can work, but I don't know necessarily that they're going to push ahead with it, especially since we've already seen that they're making a mobile version of it for 3DS, so...
That's not the same thing at all, though. The sharing features are so limited. Like, no one wants to play it on a 3DS anyway. Like, there's something really special about that home screen experience and being able to play it on the TV and share it with people. Like, I don't know. I think on the one hand, you may be very, very right, but on the other, like, that game is just such a great game. Like, that's such a killer app for software in general. Like, I don't know. It seems a huge thing to miss. Smash Bros. It's happening.
It's obviously happening.
Do you think it's going to be a port? Do you think there's going to be new content?
It's going to be a port of the Wii U version with new content.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with that. I think with any luck, they'll bring on a bunch of 3DS stages, maybe some veteran characters. Fingers crossed for some newcomers. The Inklings would be great. I miss Shovel Knight, but that seems less likely these days. Although, who knows? Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Sharp FE.
Probably not.
I think it could happen. It's Atlas and Nintendo, and for sure a game that niche did not do nearly as well on the Wii U as it could of a more successful console. But I also think that there's a lot of sort of crossover with the 3DS and the Vita markets there that they can sort of take advantage of. There are a lot of, like, Persona's huge on Vita. I don't know. I think there's potential, but it seems like a maybe to me. We Fit You, We Party You, no, probably no.
Probably
no
nothing with
Club.
the Wii name on it, but they'll probably have some kind of response to those kinds of games.
Yeah, I'm thinking there might be some sort of, like, software system maybe built into the console, probably with some sort of, like, free-to-start model somehow, where they've got, like, Wii Fit and Wii Sports and that kind of stuff sort of rolled into one package somehow.
Yeah. And I will say they do need to make an original sports game, definitely.
Yeah.
I just don't know that it'll be Wii Sports, and I don't know how much it will hang its hat on in motion controls.
Yeah, I think they can sort of wrap all those ideas up into one sports game that's really big for the sort of modern day. Wonderful 101?
Doubt it.
No.
Same. Yep. Xenoblade Chronicles X.
No, but I do think
happening.
that the previous Xenoblade is possible. Just because of the star power they gave Shulk in Smash Bros.
Huh, okay. Yakuman Ho-Oh. No, don't know what that is. Yoshi's Woolly World.
Had they not ported it to 3DS, I'd say no, but they did, so I'm going to say maybe.
Same. I think Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World could maybe make it in HD. There's the Amiibo, which is a plus because this thing supports Amiibo. It's really pretty on a TV, and it's a game that I think a lot of, like, families would want to share. The NX being a device that's sort of meant for gamers of all ages, I think makes it a good piece of software to showcase that kind of angle. But yeah, since they put it on 3DS, who knows? Hyrule Warriors.
Definitely. Just the question of what they're going to put in it. I'd expect more classic content. Or Breath of the Wild content, or both. But
I would say probably a couple of the fan favorites who haven't gotten in: Linebeck, Groose, Vati, some Breath of the Wild stuff, and that's probably it.
Yeah, that's the big thing they can capitalize off of, because Breath of the Wild has so much hype, and there's already analysts referring to it as a huge system seller and so on and so forth. So I think they would be missing out on a big opportunity if they didn't have a sort of ultimate edition of Hyrule Warriors with Breath of the Wild content included.
Agreed. And I think they would include all the stuff that's been DLC in either version up until this point as part of the base game.
Yep.
Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge. No.
No.
Pokemon Rumble U. No.
No.
Wow, motorcycle. Pokken Tournament. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Especially because, how can you not capitalize on the Sun and Moon hype and the Pokemon Go hype?
And the esports exposure it's gotten.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Tiny Thief from the creators of Angry Birds. Published by Nintendo, somehow.
That's a thing.
Well, from the creator of Angry Birds makes me think maybe, but who knows?
No. Well, that about does it. Everybody,
one more title. It's not Nintendo published, but I would expect to see Minecraft Wii U brought to Nintendo Switch again.
It would just be Minecraft Switch.
Yeah, well, I was thinking they might just rebrand it as Minecraft Nintendo Edition.
That's what I hope they do.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, I don't know. Minecraft isn't a Nintendo game, so I don't know that would necessarily be. I think they would just call it something else, and it wouldn't.
Well, I guess he's saying the content from Minecraft Wii U, like the Mario Pack and all that.
Oh, I guess just I'm sure. Whatever they do on NX, I'm sure we'll have the Mario Pack.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll probably have like a new Zelda pack, maybe Pokemon Pack too.
And that's another thing where they should capitalize off the Breath of the Wild hype with a Minecraft Zelda pack too.
Totally.
And probably Metroid Pack. That'll be the first time we have a Metroid game on Wii U.
Yep.
Or on Switch. Also Wii U.
And it's a fully customizable one in every way. Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip, NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.